anybody else from North America. Okay, first of all, I don't talk with an accent. And secondly, you guys all drive on the wrong side of the road. So anyway, my name is Jolene Thomas, and yes, I came from Washington State, not Washington, D.C. I'm in the state where the smart people are. They're in, well, we won't talk about it. Well, I did have a speech, but God said, hey, let's throw that out because I've had you talking from your heart to begin with. So, does anybody remember the exact time and day when their life was changed forever? Oh, yeah. The exact time. Mine was January 13th, Friday the 13th. Wow. I always said Friday the 13th was my special day. That was my lucky day. And God showed me, oh yeah, you better believe it. Because at 1:30 in the afternoon, Tapestries of Hope came on my TV. And I was flipping through the channels, and God said, hey, psst, that looks good. Let's watch it. Okay. I ended up crying, of course, through the whole thing. And I sat there and went, wow, I've got to get involved. So I told God, I said, man, you just open the door, I'll walk through it. I said, I have no idea what you want me to do, but I'll do it. Because he took my heart and my soul and opened it up, shoved it in. No, he didn't shove. He placed it in. And gently put my soul and my heart back together. And so I started getting on the website. I started trying to get a hold of somebody. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I accidentally got a hold of Betty. And so I told her that we emailed, and now I am old enough to be her mother. We've already discussed that. I'm 58, and I'm, from the Stone Age where we had the rocks and the, She's got me on Skype, Gmail, and I have a webcam, and I still don't know what to do with any of them. But I have to get a hold of her to tell me what or how. So I have always had a big mouth. Can you tell? And I've always been able to talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime about anything. And so I've even shown Betty when we went out to the store yesterday, I now have business cards. Because when I go out and I talk to anybody, somebody in the store, another customer, the guy behind the counter, and I said, wow, I'm flying to London, next week. And so, hey, you should, I'm going for Betty Makoni and the Girl Child Network. And, wow, this is what it is. And, and they ended up taking my card. Of course, they didn't throw it away in front of me, but they kept it. So, but back January 13th and the days following, I'm going, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty handy with my hands. I'm creative in ways that other people just aren't. So nobody understands my creative. I don't paint, I don't crochet, I do Native American beadwork, I skin dead animals, I do little dioramas. My husband and I go to Civil War reenactments, the American Civil War from the 1860s. You guys have that here. Because I found out that all over England, there are American Civil War reenactors. And I'm going, why? How do you do the Southern accents, So anyway, but I started making, I decided I have to make necklaces. So I got a hold of Betty and I said, okay, how many girls are there? You know, there's 128 girls right now and 4 babies. Okay, great. I made 132 necklaces. Okay, now I got to make bracelets. Got to have a bracelet with a necklace, you know. Well, you guys don't, but anyway. So I did 132 bracelets. And I'm going, wow, okay. Well, over where I live, you know, we've got discount clothing stores. And so Ross and Marshall's and, you know, probably TGI or something. That's TGI Friday, wait. Yeah, well, yeah, TJ Maxx, thank you. You can tell I haven't been in a while. And so I started shuffling through every single pair of underwear on the racks. And I told myself all I could afford was $1 US per pair. And so I ended up, I have 5 boxes of big boxes sitting at my house waiting to go with 180 pairs of underwear with crayons, coloring books, bracelets, necklaces, feminine pads, diapers. There's a whole bunch of stuff in those boxes. So, but that's what God told me. He says, this is what I want you to do. And so then the decision about, wow, Betty's book's coming out, you know, and wow, wouldn't that be cool if I could go to England? Or do you call UK? England. Anyway. The place where they drive on the wrong side. And I thought, no, not me. You know, I'm sitting at home on 5 acres of land up in Washington State, and I'm nobody special. And gosh, guess what happened? I'm here. And it's like, okay, plane ticket. Well, you got to have the money for the plane ticket. Well, I kept telling my husband, you know, if it's God's will, it's gonna be there. It was there, and here I am. So every step of the way, and I'm really in my heart and soul, I know I'm going to Zimbabwe by the end of the year. I know it. I don't know how. You know, if you'd like to, you know, adopt me and send me there, I'm all for that. Of course, I have 6 dogs at home, so, you know. But when I got here, Betty, well, should I tell them? Yes. We found the airport about 4 or 5 times after she picked me up. And so now that when we go back to the airport, she'll know where the airport is. I gave her such a bad time about that. Of course, I was scared to death of not looking the whole time. And so now I just lost my train of thought. Oh, gosh. No, but anyway, last night, Betty's given me gifts. God's given me gifts. God's given me the girls. God's given me, you know, people like all of you, you know, now that you know that I don't have the accent. But Betty gave me something else. Last night we had a prayer session at her house. I'm staying in her house. And it's like, I'm still going, here is this important woman, this fabulous, awesome, you know, intelligent, everything woman. I'm living at her house. And so, but last night we had a prayer session. She had her auntie, you know, she had Anna, I don't know who she is, but she's my sister now. But Bonji, if Bonji's here, you know, and I'll tell you, I know that there's a lot of other people in here that have been around for Zimbabwean women speaking Shona. I never have. And so it's like, I was sitting there and they're just going back and forth, you know, and I'm going, okay. But Betty gifted me with something that, you know, I will have for the rest of my life. She is my sister. She gave me an auntie. I have 2 other sisters that I just adopted last night. And, oh, wait, I do know a sentence in Shona. Do not kudai. So who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? But what Betty doesn't know, and that I will share with you now, is I brought with me